Hello there, and good morning. Welcome to the Pete Braley Show. I'm Pete Braley, along with my co-host, the show creator, producer, executive director, and no doubt now, Charlie's best friend, my son, Matt.
Thank you.
Little ego boost this Monday
I haven't
morning?
given myself an applause in a while. I feel like I deserved it.
There you go.
Yeah. It's a Monday morning. Let's do it.
It felt like Monday when the alarm went off, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It did.
I mean, I'm semi-retired, I guess they told me. Yeah.
You know, it breaks my heart every time you say that.
Why?
As if I didn't create a full-time job for you. Like, what the hell do you call this?
Yeah, I guess I do put in enough time, right?
Moving on. Me and Pete need to have discussions later.
Anyway,
yes.
It felt like Monday mornings that I could remember when the alarm went off.
That's what I was going for.
Okay.
You know, I said when I was creating the show, if I can get him to hate his life on a Monday morning, I've succeeded.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I have.
But, as I was saying, he is no doubt Charlie's favorite friend because he found Charlie's ball last night.
I did. It was in a really weird place that it's never been before.
And you have a reason you think you got there?
I think it was the Roomba.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate the Roomba.
Do you really?
Yes. I think it's useless. Trish loves it, though. It's Trish's favorite child, actually.
It does a great... Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You guys stand no chance.
Actually, no. It's Charlie and then the Roomba, for sure.
Yeah. But why do you hate the Roomba?
Because, first off, it's loud, and Trish has it go off at like 5 a.m.
5:30.
So that's really annoying. It's caused me nothing but problems with, cables and stuff.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it does not care. Sometimes I'll walk into the studio here, and there'll just be a light in the middle of the floor. And I'm like, okay, that's cool.
That's a Roomba.
And there was, I'm getting a little PTSD here. There was some dog poop incidents in my past.
Dog poop?
Two of them.
Dog poop plus Roomba. I'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think you can figure out the rest.
Charlie has a ball that he found on the beach, and what'd you say? It's made out of fabric.
It's a pool toy ball.
Okay.
Like it's a really lightweight fabric ball that you would play with in the pool.
And we don't know why he loves that ball. I mean, he's got like 4 tennis balls in his bed.
I wonder if it's because it's chewy, like it's very it's squishy.
He loves to chew things.
Yeah, so I think that's why.
Anyway, that's his favorite ball, and we could not find it. And I know the last time I saw it, it was upstairs in my bedroom.
Mm-hmm. I knew it was in there because I saw it there too.
So I mentioned that to Matt, and last night he was like getting down, looking under the bed, and it was underneath Priscilla's bureau.
But the bureau has a gap of like that much, so I didn't think a ball could fit. But then I remembered the ball squishes, and the Roomba could have just jammed it under there.
And was he a happy puppy when you found it?
There it was. He was so happy that he wouldn't shut up last night.
Yeah.
He was barking very late.
And he was like that all day yesterday. You guys were out working on Kat's new house.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like that all day. It's like if anybody walked by the house, he would start going. So I don't know what's going to happen this morning. The windows are closed in the stew, so hopefully he doesn't hear things, like dogs walking by.
Plus, with us talking continuously.
Right.
It's when it's dead quiet in the house. If he hears anything, he's off. Yeah.
So, how was your weekend? Did everybody have a good weekend? I guess in Vermont, I saw pictures that Abby took the kids to the fair.
Oh,
I don't know if that's a county fair, state fair, whatever it is, but maybe we'll hear from her today. Plus, did anyone else have anything fun, exciting happen this weekend? I had a day Saturday that I have not had in a long time. I was just inspired. I don't know. I wrote for 3.5 hours, at least, Saturday.
Nice.
I'm working on, I have new projects, and I think I finished the manuscript. But did you ever feel that way? You must, right? Writing music, you have a good day, and you just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
the goal is to make it a habit so that you can have good days more often. So
right.
But yeah, no, there's definitely days that stand out from the rest.
And Saturday, I don't know, was there I didn't check to see if there was a full moon. Because I used to be creative around full moons.
See, I don't know. This is the thing about human beings. We always look for a reason. We always look for a reason. Like, I don't know what came to me Saturday, but I think the temperature must have been 76 degrees, because when it's 76 degrees
and the humidity
it's when I'm the most creative, but 77 I can't do it. I can't do it at 77, 76 though.
So what are you saying? We should not look for
I don't know.
go
I just
with
feel
it.
like we always need a reason to justify things.
Yeah, we do.
I'm probably guilty of it too, but there's always like a what it must have been this. You know what? I think I didn't eat breakfast. I'm never going to eat breakfast again.
Never again.
Yeah. No.
I'll be inspired.
I'm just
then.
never eating food ever
Yeah.
again because I'm more inspired.
Odds and ends from the weekend. We got a message, comments on one of the YouTube shows. Feel free to do that if you are watching this later. We go live at 8 in the morning, but if you can't be there and participate in the chats, feel free to drop a comment, and we'll check it out. We heard from Paula Coe, who said, "Hi, Pete. Watched a clip from a previous show that you mentioned you wear Birkenstock sandals."
He's very proud of his Birkenstocks.
And that was the one where I was talking about how my Birkenstock farts.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I was in a doctor's office recently,
Mm-hmm.
and she's not really a nurse, I don't think. She came out and she said, "Mr. Braley, come this way." So we walked down a hall, and sure enough, every time my right foot went down, the Birkenstock went. I was trying not to giggle all the way down the hall. Anyway, he says, "I bought a pair of real Birkenstocks, not cheap. No, they're not. And they have not been comfortable at all. Can't seem to wear them more than 1 hour and really make my legs sore after wearing them. Any suggestions on how to break these in?" So I answered him yesterday, and I thanked him for the comment. I said, "Paul, you're right, they're not cheap. But the only thing I can think of is they have, what would you call it? They have
It's
a little
cork. Like the
it's cork?
The sole. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's like cork. That's
and they
like the
have a little
material.
ridge, to go where your toes go. And I would think if you don't have that lined up right, maybe you could be causing yourself. But I really have not experienced pain.
I will say I don't have Birkenstocks. I have no desire to get them. No offense to anyone that has them.
Mm-hmm.
But Sarah had a pair that she loved, got the same exact pair, and felt that the new pair was uncomfortable. But because she needed to break it in, and it took some time.
Yeah,
So
it does take a while.
I would say just push through.
Yeah,
Maybe you'll get there, and if not, I'm not liable in any way.
There
I
you
have
go.
No idea.
Yes. I really don't know. I would say it does take a while to break them in, and I had to play around with, and I'm still not satisfied with the setting I've gone with.
The setting,
The setting.
as if it's like, I don't know, an iPhone.
Well, you know how you put a belt on, you have to cinch it to a certain hole.
I don't really call that the setting, though.
Well, what would you call it?
The fit.
All right, I still haven't found the right fit. I still wrestle with that pretty much on a daily basis, but
A daily basis. Do you really?
it's a struggle.
Okay.
It really is.
Sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, good morning. Welcome to show number 57. This is August 30th already, Labor Day weekend, this coming weekend. That's wild. We always say it, right? Where did the summer go? Goes the same place it goes every year. Monday, August 30th is National Toasted Marshmallow Day, so Abby can do s'mores with the kids.
On a Monday, though,
I know.
like that's a day where we should make it like, hey, this is the third Saturday of every month. Like it shouldn't be.
Or it's always
a
on Labor Day week. Yeah,
Yeah.
third Saturday.
It's on Monday. Nobody's making s'mores today.
Well, you can complain to the National Confectioners Association. They are the sponsors of National Toasted Marshmallow Day.
All right.
It's also National Grief Awareness Day. And also, on a Monday, it's National Beach Day.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, you're right. It should be, because some of these days are the final Saturday of the month.
It should be.
They go that way.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the date book, on this day in 1836, the city of Houston was founded. On this day in 1850, Honolulu became a city. Big day for that. 1905, Detroit Tigers' Ty Cobb makes his debut. In 1963, the hotline communication between the Pentagon in Washington and the Kremlin in Moscow was installed. It's often referred to as the red phone. But no phones have ever been used. They rely instead on, at the time, it was teletype equipment, then fax machines, and most recently, secure email.
And most recently, Snapchat.
Hey, Boris, what's up? On this day in 1967, the U.S. Senate confirmed Thurgood Marshall as the first black justice at the Supreme Court. And on this day in 2015, Kanye West announced he will be running for president in 2020. at the MTV Video Music Awards.
And he actually released his album yesterday.
Did he really?
So he surprised everybody. Just dropped
Donda?
it on a Sunday morning. Yep. I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah.
I talked to somebody who did. They said it's better than the last one, but it's not old Kanye. But
Okay. Celebrity birthdays. Ted Williams was born in San Diego on this day in 1918. He died in 2002. Businessman Warren Buffett, excuse me, in 91 today. Robert Parrish of the Celtics, 68. And actor Michael Chiklis, born in Lowell, Massachusetts. He is 58 today. Coming up, we have fewer teens are getting their driver's license. A look into why that might be. There is a debate on Reddit, or there was, after a man says his fiancé wants to be a stay-at-home wife. Not a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home wife. He's not crazy about the idea, and he's asking people if he's being an ass with his thinking. We'll get into that. And are there any positives to having mosquitoes on this planet?
no,
I did some homework this weekend,
I refuse to admit that there is.
and we'll see.
We'll see.
All right. A look at the chats before we go to the news?
Yeah, let's see. Dana's checking in. He did say, morning, gents, Monday. What a way to spend 1/7 of your life. Oy.
I know.
Or it's oye. Oye?
No, it's oi.
I love chats because I get to read them however I want.
Oi!
No, that is a really depressing thing to say, Dana. Thanks, man. 1/7 of our life. I can make it a little bit better for you. It might be less if you were born after a Monday, like a later day in the week.
Right.
It would be just under 1/7 of
Oh,
your
that's
life.
right. That's right.
So there you go, guys.
Okay.
I got you. It would be so small, like of a decimal, that you wouldn't even know. But anyways, Gary's
Thank
checking
you.
in. He said, spent the weekend listening a lot to that Hunter Braley guy. His songs were stuck in my head on the weekend. Thank you so
cool.
much.
Cool.
I really do. Everyone that shared it and everything, thank you guys so much. Gail also said she was enjoying the tunes yesterday. Thank you. Let's see. Abby's checking in. Gail's checking in. Diane's here. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning, everybody.
Abby was jamming out to Hunter as well. He's an okay guy.
That guy,
Don't
yeah.
give him too much credit.
Maybe we'll get him on the show someday.
Maybe he's
Yeah.
like I said, he's a diva. He's definitely still sleeping.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, she said county fair. Kids had a blast.
A county fair. There you go.
Gail said our robotic vacuum is named Rodney. As my children have adopted new ones, they are all called Rodney. One of my grandsons was terrified of it and built a barrier from his toys.
There
You know
you
what? That's
go.
smart. That's smart. The Roomba just doesn't care.
Yeah.
It just doesn't care about you, your toys, your electronics. It doesn't. It will steamroll through it all.
Ours is named Alice.
Yes.
Because Priscilla always wanted an Alice. Remember Alice from the Brady Bunch? Back when we first got married, she was like, "You need to get me an Alice. I just can't get everything done."
Yeah. Let's see. Gary calls his Dobby the house vac, which I love. That's hilarious. Let's see. Diane said, "I know you are beach people." Listen, Diane, he's a beach person.
Yeah, he doesn't
not.
really. No, he's not into it.
I know you're beach people, but the cool, dry air does give one a sense of creativity because the air is not so dense.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Interesting.
it was cool and comfy on Saturday. Yeah.
Let's see. Gail said, "I don't believe one would ever have to, in quotes, break in a shoe." Listen, as a footwear expert, I used to...
You sold them for how many years?
I used to do it professionally.
Yeah.
You do have to break in shoes depending on the material. So, like, leather shoes have to get broken in because leather's
Yeah.
a stiff material. Like mesh, not so much because mesh doesn't really break in all that much. But especially Birkenstocks, because something like cork you would definitely have to break in. Because
Yeah.
Birkenstocks, like, over time fit to your foot, but they don't... They obviously can't come fit to your foot.
And think about your favorite pair of shoes. Casual shoes, whatever.
Yeah.
You love them because you have them broken in just right.
Because
Yeah.
shoes, they over time just start to like mold to your foot. Sometimes too much, where you have to get new shoes.
Right.
But you do have to break in shoes. Some more than others. Let's see. Abby said, "Heck yes, s'mores on a Monday though. Are you doing it up on a Monday? Because that's dedication.
Yeah.
If you do.
Yeah, it really is.
Let's see. And Dana said s'mores is Paula's downfall,
Oh, really?
which is interesting because we were talking. What was it? A couple weeks ago about how s'mores are like you have one, but two,
Right,
no,
right.
it's a mess.
Yeah.
And it's just at campfires. I never crave them any other time.
True. I don't think I've ever been, sitting around the house saying, "Hey, you know what would go good right now?"
Yeah, like I've never been like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna make one on the stove because
Yeah.
I want a s'more. Like never happens.
You could make it on the stove, right? You could.
You could. Yeah, people do it on rainy days and stuff.
Yeah.
Dana also said Monday is better because Ma Braley is on duty with us.
There she is.
Well, it's not good for us because she's not on duty for us.
That's it.
Yeah, we got Charles in here with us. That's okay. I didn't give him his bed this time because I'm hoping he doesn't. Well, I put it way over across the room.
That's right, because he played with it, and that moved the camera.
That moved the camera last time.
Right.
So, as you can see, we're still doing okay.
Ta-da.
There he is. Let's see. Val said, stay-at-home wife. Nope, work is my sane place. Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. I feel like we're going to have a lot of opinions on that.
Work is my sane place. Yeah.
All right, let's get going.
All right. We check the news on this Monday morning. Hurricane Ida blasted ashore along the Louisiana coast yesterday with the eye of the storm, with the eye of one of the most powerful storms ever to hit the U.S., arriving near the barrier island of Grand Isle. Winds were clocked at 150 miles an hour. The powerful Category 4 storm made landfall on the same date that Hurricane Katrina ravaged Louisiana and Mississippi 16 years ago. President Joe Biden traveled to Dover Air Base in Delaware for a dignified transfer movement that's a military ritual of receiving the remains of fallen troops killed in foreign combat. President Biden made the visit to honor and mourn the 13 U.S. service members killed in the suicide attack near the Kabul airport. One of those service members, 25-year-old Joanny Rosario of Lawrence, who graduated Lawrence High School and attended Bridgewater State University. She will be laid to rest in Lawrence. Meanwhile, U.S. veterans are angry and upset over the attacks at the airport. One veteran who served in Afghanistan from 2013 to 2014 said, "To see all your hard work destroyed in front of you is sad. It's frustrating. It makes me feel like my work was all for nothing." Many veterans feel the same way. A psychologist and veteran of the Gulf War says reaching out and giving veterans an opportunity to talk about their feelings right now can make all the difference in the world. Ed Asner, the character actor who became a star in middle age as the gruff but lovable Lou Grant, first on the Mary Tyler Moore Show and then later in the drama Lou Grant, died Sunday at the age of 91. He had more than 300 acting credits and remained active throughout his 70s and 80s in a variety of roles. In 2003, he played Santa Claus in the hit movie Elf, and also he was the voice of the elderly hero in the Pixar release Up. Ed Asner gone at the age of 91. In sports, the Red Sox could not get the sweep of the Cleveland Indians, and the Patriots looked good in their final tune-up last night. We'll get to that in just a few minutes. Fewer teens today are getting their driver's licenses. Data collected from the Federal Highway Administration showed that in 2018, approximately 61% of 18-year-olds in the U.S. had a driver's license. 61%. That's down from 80% in 1983. And the number of 16-year-olds with licenses decreased from 46% to 25% over the same time.
That's crazy.
Now, I remember, way back in my day, is like I counted down the days till I could go for that permit.
I feel like we all did.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. I don't know what the substitution. Do they just enjoy bringing their mom everywhere? I don't.
The drop comes as teens prefer more environmentally friendly transportation options.
You know what? I'm not even mad.
Yeah. And some found driving too stressful. And some just don't care about cars.
I agree that driving is very stressful sometimes.
Can be.
Yeah.
I know. The only thing I can... we did have two people in our life who did not rush to get their license. And I think their thing was, I don't want to drive. It's crazy out there. I don't want to drive. That was their feeling. So you have to respect it.
Yeah. I drive like everyone's going to hit me all the time. Like if I'm coming to a stop sign and somebody else is, I'm just going to assume they're going to run it. Like I just always assume worst case scenario when driving.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Never take off the second the light turns green. Always, because somebody's going to maybe coming through the intersection, right?
Yeah.
But, the numbers are way down because some just don't care about cars. I wonder how that... I don't think that means they don't care to repair them on weekends. I think it means it's just not important in there. But they obviously have someone to help them get around.
Yeah, it would depend where they live, because I know a lot of people that live in New York, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
That don't even bother, because they might not even have a car. Just take
it costs too much
public transportation
to park it.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy though. I would think, I don't know. That's just a big drop. I'm surprised.
46%
because
to 25%.
driving is like the big, I don't know, indication of freedom.
That's right. That's your goal.
So I feel like everyone wants that. That's crazy.
In sports from this weekend, the Patriots capped off an undefeated preseason last night in New Jersey. They beat the Giants by a score of 22-20 in the third and final game of summer. Only 3 this year. Next up, the Patriots will play Week 1 against the Miami Dolphins. That'll be September 12th. Cam Newton started the game at quarterback last night, but completed just 2 of his 5 passes. His night ended with an interception on his second drive of the game. Rookie QB Mac Jones took the bulk of the snaps last night, completing 10 of his 14 passes for 156 yards and a touchdown with no interceptions. I got to think we're going to see him take over midseason.
Yeah, we'll see. I will say preseason's tough for like starting quarterbacks that are on the verge of like, are they going to be good or are they not? Because like you can't get momentum going in the preseason.
Right.
Like you get 2 drives and like he threw a pick, which does kind of suck. But like a lot of the times he'll be like, I don't know, 3 for 5 and 40 yards and no touchdowns. But it's like he didn't really have the chance to like get going.
Because going into the game, he knows he's only in there for so many drives.
I'll give it a couple. I'm totally fine with giving Cam Newton the ball for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, if it turns out like last season, then definitely make the switch. But I would just love to see. I feel like quarterbacks are more successful when they rookie quarterbacks when they wait for a little bit before you throw them in there.
Study.
Yeah, so I would love to see him wait because I feel really good about Mac Jones for the future.
Yeah.
I'm liking what I'm seeing. I will say I'm nervous about the 3-0 in the preseason thing because like in what is it? It's in theater. You want like a bad dress rehearsal.
Oh, right.
It's like you always want like the preparation to go bad a little bit,
right?
Because then the actual thing's supposed to be good. But I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. So
a little stitious.
A little stitious. That's an Office quote. You wouldn't know.
The Red Sox needed a good outing from starter Tanner Houck, but it was not to be last night. A 7-5 loss to the Future Guardians that put them 8 games back in the American League East, heading into a 4-game series at Tropicana Field that starts tonight. Houck started great, 5 1/3 no-hit innings, but then he hit a wall in the 6th. And Alex Cora had been open about the fact that his bullpen was really depleted coming into the game, and several members of that crew were going to be rested. So Red Sox lose by a score of 7-5. Could we soon be hearing new music from ABBA? It's been, I think, 40 years. That story is next in entertainment news. I was telling, what's your name? I was telling Matt about, I realized that was too
show together.
I realized that was too much of a pause. I was telling Matt this story last night. A Texas mother of 4 left her job as a server in a restaurant in 2020 when she realized that she could earn up to $1,000 a week by selling off tossed away items that she found by dumpster diving. In 2017, her name is Tiffany Cherie. She gave it a whirl for the first time, and she found skincare products and some $1,200 worth of makeup that had been thrown away. Since then, she and her husband Daniel have gone out on trash hunts together. Date night. Not only does it pay the bills from the resale of these items, but they've also furnished the bulk of their home with items they found in the trash. Now, before you think about, dumpsters with rotten food and everything in it, Cherie uses TikTok to show her dives from dumpsters outside of stores like Victoria's Secrets, Party City, and others. The discards range from items with slightly damaged packaging to returns that can't be sold again. She recently scored a $750 coffee machine from Bed Bath & Beyond and unopened makeup worth hundreds of dollars. So we're not talking about, real garbage and trash here.
See, I don't even get mad at this. Like, because some people are going to be like, "Oh, that's not fair."
Yeah.
That's it. She can't do that. But it's like,
isn't she stealing? Well, they're throwing it away.
yeah, they're throwing it. Well, like, if you don't want her to do this, then maybe they should figure out a better way to, either send it to people in need or find a way to fix it. Or they just throw it away. It's a waste. So I'm not even mad. That's an entrepreneur right there.
She found bed sheets, pillows, blankets, towels, little odds and ends, even pet products like cat trees and dog cages. I think if you've got like a crate for a dog and it's got a little dent in it, they can't sell it, right? So
I guess. I mean, I don't know. If the company's mad, which they're probably going to be, if I had to guess, I'm surprised she's so public about this.
Yeah. She has had videos removed from TikTok for reasons that include illegal activities and unregulated goods.
Yeah, I wonder where this fits in the law. Like, technically, I don't know. If someone's throwing away, is it still stealing?
Yeah. She fights back, though, telling the haters that if she had not fished the goods from the dumpsters that she hits, they would have gone to a landfill.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, if they were just throwing them away. So, my thing would be if the companies don't want her to do this, then send them to, people in need. Or if companies are all about profit. Take the time to fix them.
Find a way.
I don't know. I'm not mad at this. I think as long as it's there, she's willing to do it.
Yep. Entertainment news this morning. People are probably mad because they didn't think of it. She did.
Yeah.
Ahead of the release of their first new songs in nearly 40 years, ABBA is hinting at a major announcement coming this week. Do you know who? Well, you do because you're into music. You know who ABBA is, right?
Yeah, that's. They wrote the music for Mamma Mia.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Mamma Mia it used that music, but I know that. Yeah.
Last Thursday, the band launched a brand new website named ABBA Voyage, and they asked their fans to register their interest for an upcoming project. It is rumored that the announcement involves a hologram tour. We mentioned Whitney Houston was going to do that.
Yep.
A hologram tour, an idea that the band had initially announced in 2016. In the unique shows, ABBA is set to release 5 new songs. So that's coming. Tony Dow, known for his starring role as Wally Cleaver on the TV show Leave It to Beaver from 1957 to 63, has been hospitalized with pneumonia. The 76-year-old former child star's wife said her husband tested negative for COVID 5 times after he was taken to the emergency room Thursday night due to a shortage of hospital beds caused by the surge of outbreaks caused by the Delta variants. Tony Dow spent 24 hours waiting in the ER. It happens to everybody. Dow is currently on the mend, and doctors think he could be released within a week. So that's your entertainment news and your news, sports, and entertainment for Monday. Got a new world record to tell you about this morning.
Okay.
A woman in Virginia set a Guinness World Record by donating 6 feet, 3 inches of hair. How tall are you?
I know. I don't even know how. How tall am I?
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot.
You're 6 foot.
Yeah.
I used to be 6 foot.
Okay.
But then back issues, I shrunk to 5'9". I'll have to tell that story someday. But all right, so the entire length of you plus 3 inches.
Yeah, how do you have that much hair?
Well, she is 30 years old, and she had not cut her hair since she was 13.
Jeez.
That was when her dad suggested that she should stop cutting it and try for the world record. So she did. She set a world record when her first haircut in 17 years resulted in 6 feet, 3 inches of hair that she donated to a charity that creates wigs for children with hair loss.
I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind that you could have that much hair.
Let me ask you, as you can see, it's been a while.
It has, yeah.
Yeah. 6 feet, 3 inches of hair. Would that be a real problem, washing and drying it?
I mean, I was complaining the other day because I grew out my hair, and, it takes me a lot longer to wash my hair now.
I would think so,
It
yeah.
obviously did. And my hair is like to my shoulders, so I can't even imagine. I would just be, she has to pay somebody else to do it, right? Like, there's no way I'm standing in the shower watching 6 feet of hair.
Yeah, that's another good point.
No chance. That'd be like a 3-hour shower. That's crazy.
And then
doesn't that, like, I don't know, make just normal movements difficult? You're just carrying 6 feet of hair with you. I mean,
that's true.
Just keep it in a bag, sling it on your shoulder, like.
I mean, now it doesn't say how tall she is, but the hair obviously drags the ground. If she must,
Unless she's taller than 6'3".
Yeah, she must wear it up all the time, I would think.
I would think so. That'd be heavy, though. Like, can you imagine? I'm just thinking like a ponytail, just yanking on your scalp, 6 feet of hair.
We getting any comments
crazy.
from ladies, or
what's
it like? What's it like to have long hair?
But that long of hair.
Yeah.
Abby says, yes, that sounds horrible. That hair is a foot and 2 inches longer than I am tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to know her height, because, I mean, maybe she's like 5 foot something.
And wouldn't the blow dryer overheat trying to warm that? Oh.
I would think that you probably wouldn't blow dry your hair at that point, right? Like, that would just take way too. That's just not dry.
So you just wait for it to dry? That could take days.
Probably does.
Yeah.
Probably takes an entire day.
Wow.
Crazy.
All right. Here's the story I've been waiting to get to. A husband sparked a debate after revealing he thinks his fiancé is lazy for wanting to give up work to stay at home even though they don't have any children. He's 42, she's 33. They were discussing wedding plans when she asked if he would mind if she stayed at home instead. Now, props for bringing it up and talking about it before. The man earns about 40% more than his partner, but explained that they rely on both incomes to sustain their lifestyle, and they would have to scale back if she wanted to give up the job. For her part, the woman said, working a 9 to 5 just isn't for me. He went on to write that at that point, the pair started arguing, resulting in her leaving and going off to her mother's house. I'm going home to mother. That divulged into a pretty heated argument, he said, with her saying that I should support her dreams. Let me point out, she never stated what she wanted to do with their stay-at-home time. And he says, I did ask, but she didn't say anything. So this is where he says, this is where I may be an asshole in the heat of the moment. I said, where's this coming from? Why is it your dream to be a stay-at-home wife? Is it your dream to be lazy? Yes, he said that. She got really mad at that. She went to her mother's house. She said, we'll talk more when you calm down. He concluded, I'll be right here. He said, I don't want her to be a stay-at-home wife. I'm okay with being the sole breadwinner, and he says, I'm not okay with her being I don't want her to be a stay-at-home wife. I'm not okay with being the sole breadwinner. That's what I was trying to say. Right. And I do not wish to support this dream, whatever it is. I want a partner in life, not a dependent doing nothing productive with their days. So that's where he put it out there to Reddit.
Very, very interesting. So many different aspects of this. Okay. Do you have more?
Just what some of the Redditors said.
All right, let's hear it, and then we'll talk.
Okay. Many people on Reddit agreed with him, with one writing, I was a stay-at-home mom, and no one would have called my job easy. A stay-at-home wife? It's a little different. Another added, LOL, support her dreams. If my husband had a dream to go back to college, I would support that. If he had a dream to start his own business in an area that he was passionate about, I would support that. But she hasn't mentioned what the dream is. If he had a dream to sit on his ass and play video games, be a stay-at-home husband, he would soon be supporting my dream to be divorced. It sounds like you and your fiancé have very different values in life. A third felt the same, writing, agreed. You are not the asshole. Does she want to start a business from home? Is she trying to become an artist and need some time to paint or sculpt? Does she want to write a book, become a famous YouTuber even? I would ask these questions and see what she wants to do with all the free time that she suddenly has while not working. However, not everyone agreed with some posters pointing out that having one partner being home full-time, I should say, can work out well if both parties are happy with that arrangement. One person wrote, being a stay-at-home wife is not being a freeloader. Before my daughter was born, I stayed at home and I took care of everything. The house, the pets, whatever they needed. I cooked, I cleaned, I ran errands, I managed the money. It was all done by me. If there needed to be meetings and calls, I was the one that did it. Another concurred, saying, why do you assume that a stay-at-home wife does nothing productive with her days? That's not true. And finally, also, maybe her work environment is stressful. Maybe the commute is stressful to her. Have you asked her about these things? A partner in life doesn't mean a partner in earning money. It means a companion to do things with. All right, so that's what I have.
All right, we do have some chats.
Oh,
we do
great.
have some people talking, which is great. Let's see. Abby said, whatever his reasons are, he lost me at calling her lazy. That does seem like it got the best of him, and he kind of went off a little bit.
Right.
Let's see. Abby said maybe she doesn't know what her dreams are yet. True. Diane said lazy or debilitating anxiety would prevent her from going to work. Also true.
Mm-hmm.
Abby said nope, divorce. Let's see.
Well, they're not married yet, so, it's good that they're discussing this now.
Val said, house better be spotless. I'd also put parental controls on the TV. Can't turn it on until 4 p.m. Justin said, I agree, Abby and Diane, and if she is taking care of household duties, those are full-time activities in themselves sometimes. True.
All right.
Abby said, I'm not saying she should just sit at home, but he definitely went about it wrong. I agree with that.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maddie P said, I'd love to be a stay-at-home husband and work on my golf game. Yeah. And Abby said, there is so much that goes into a homemaker. Yes. I think all those
good
were,
points.
Yeah.
The
golf game one, I don't know if I can.
Yeah, Maddie, I don't know about that.
No, I don't know. There's a lot of I think there's a lot more that they should have talked about before posting this on the internet. That's my original reaction to this is like I think there were more discussions that needed to happen before the internet needed to get involved.
Yeah.
Because I've said this before, I think just as a human race, we overshare on the internet.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
But yeah, no. The whole dream thing, here's my stance on the dream thing, is one, she would need to talk to him about it. He should ask as well. I'm not saying any person's wrong, but like there needs to be more discussion on what this dream is. And my personal stance on chasing a dream, as someone who is doing that,
chasing a dream, yeah.
You kind of have to prove it first that you're going to take it serious. Because I think a lot of the time we romanticize chasing dreams,
right?
And I totally think dreams are possible for anyone. But you need to be serious about it, and like you need to put in the work. So there's some serious conversations you need to have with yourself. You can't just say I'm going to chase a dream and then because you like, I don't know, something, and then you don't chase it because in that case, well then you shouldn't have done it because that's putting more stress on your family.
Right.
So I mean, if you're serious about chasing a dream, I fully support that. But it's also a conversation that needs to happen, because you both have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
You're not going to be bringing in. That's the thing about dreams. You don't make much money when it comes to chasing dreams. So
and you have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
You have to realize that, and you can't have champagne. What was the line? Champagne wishes and caviar dreams on a Budweiser budget. It just don't happen.
Yeah. So that would be my thing. There needs to be more talk about what this dream is. If there's a dream, I think it's a legit thing.
Right.
Also, like, I think if anxiety is the issue, that's another, like, serious reason to do it. But, again, these are things that, like, need to get talked about.
They don't...
See, like, from the surface, this is what I don't like about this, is, like, there wasn't much discussion before they went to the internet. Is like, from the surface, it looks like she's lazy. That's what it sounds like, but, like, this is his story.
Right.
So, I don't know. I don't want to just take his word for it.
She would have a totally different take on it.
So the gut reaction is that, like, she's lazy, but that might not be true.
Because I'm scaling back to his discussion about this because at one point he did say, she was upset that I should support her dreams but she never stated what she wants to do with her staying at home, even though I did ask. So he asked what the dream was.
That's kind of a red flag where it's like if you want support chasing your dream, how can you get support if they don't know what the dream is?
Right.
So it's a little bit of a red flag.
I think they both have issues, don't you?
Yeah,
I
would say so.
He
definitely has a short temper. The lazy thing, I wouldn't pull that out right away. That's wow. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your overall opinion?
My opinion is that the two of them are not communicating, because if it is a dream, and he said, "Well, what's your dream?" If she just answered that, although maybe she's a little self-conscious about that dream, I don't know, but like you said, if you're pursuing, I want to write a novel, and then you sit on the couch watching TV, you're doing nothing to write that novel, and then you say, I'm waiting to be inspired. No, you have to get up and you have to sit there and you have to write something.
Well, you should. I mean, the thing about dreams too is, which is kind of, I mean, we don't even know if this is about dreams, but the thing about dreams too is you kind of want to start it before you, like you want to start it in your free time before you make the jump. Don't make the jump and then do it, because that's a lot of pressure, and you're probably going to give up.
Start working on
it while you're still working.
Yeah.
To the point where when you're at work, you can't stop thinking about it, and then maybe quit your job and then do that full time. But like if you just make the jump off the bat, that's a lot of pressure. You might not actually do it.
And I think anybody who talks about something that's going to result in less of an income coming into the house has to realize you're going to have to cut something, you know?
Yeah, let's see. Abby said, I would need more information to make a better argument. Like, are financials hard without her working? Does she seem determined to be productive? I'd say this isn't my business, but no, that's a good point. Like, if it's obvious that she's going to be productive and she wants to stay home and like take care of the house or whatever, like I think that's justified. But it sounds like he has concerns with her productivity.
Yeah.
So, and for financials, it said he makes 40% more or something like that.
Yes.
And that if she stopped working, it wouldn't support their lifestyle, is what he said.
Right.
So we do have that. She said he put it on the internet. So yeah, that was kind of early. That was kind of messed up. He shouldn't have done that. Let's see. Abby said, well, we don't know what the atmosphere was like. Maybe she told him the dream. He would scoff at it. That's true. Also true, and that happens a lot. Yeah, Dana said that relationship is a big nope. Yeah, it kind of seems like they're just not really made for each other.
I don't think they're ready, huh?
Nah,
no.
It doesn't. It looks like he wants to be someone that works with, like, which, I don't know. Like, if that's the case, maybe you guys should just break up and find some new people. Is that
our final verdict?
Yeah. I don't know. It just doesn't sound like they're on the same page.
Yeesh.
So I think they need to get on the same page.
Last week, we asked if there was any benefit to having mosquitoes exist. Now, this came about when we were talking about things that are universally hated. We talked about mosquitoes.
Potato salad.
We talked about how mosquitoes seem to go after some people more than others. Maybe some are juicy and others. And you said, is there any positive? So I looked it up this weekend, all right? There are positives for mosquitoes. Number one is the food chain. Their larvae and full-grown forms provide food for a number of different animals and organisms. Number two, you want to just finish?
Yeah.
Number two is pollination. They can help pollinate certain plants, especially the aquatic or near-aquatic plants that they spend much of their lives around. Because of the role mosquitoes play, there are a greater number of species in the environment, too. For instance, chickadees, gray catbirds, swallows, house wrens, bluebirds, warblers, and orioles all catch flying insects, while those insects are in the air. That allows the birds, to consume the bugs without perching and making themselves a potential victim to predators, thus helping the survival of different bird species. And finally, medically, when you are bitten by a mosquito, you often don't feel the bite right away because the mosquito essentially anesthetizes you with his mouth. Some of these properties of mosquito saliva have been studied and incorporated in synthetic forms into local and topical anesthetics that doctors use to numb a patient during a procedure. In addition, prototype products have been developed to allow diabetics to test their blood sugar more painlessly with the use of a device that resembles the tentacles of the mouth of a mosquito. So there you have it.
Well, for those last couple reasons, I'll say that, we figured it out. They helped. Now we don't need them anymore. Pollination, though, don't give them the same street cred as bees, okay?
All right.
The bees carry that, you know?
Hey,
I could see the bees.
I've seen the bee movie.
Bees are sitting at home right now like, those fucking bitches. Like, they're really taking credit for something that we,
Really?
like, run. Like,
Really?
we run this-ish, okay? Yeah, no, I still think they're useless. Yeah. I still don't like any of those reasons. I mean, the food chain thing, like, I get it, but, like, I'm not happy about it. Can't we just feed whoever eats them something else?
Yeah.
Like, what if we just give them a free pass at McDonald's or something?
Free French fry and
No, Burger King. They can have Burger King. That's what'll keep them in business.
There you go.
The food chain that eats mosquitoes, they can have Burger King.
We'll have everything else.
Yeah. Screw mosquitoes.
I did read that Wendy's is changing their fries.
Again?
Was it recently they did?
No, recently. But it was probably like 10 years ago.
But back to the mosquitoes, I'm just trying to think how proud I would be if after all those years of education, my son or daughter studied mosquito saliva or developed things based on a mosquito's mouth.
I mean, you laugh, but they would make a hell of a lot more money than we're making.
This is true.
Yeah.
All right, ready for today's random thought?
Let's do it.
All right, today's random thought. What do you hope gets invented before you die? What do you hope gets invented before you die? I have some suggestions.
Yeah, let's hear them. That's a tough question.
All right. Affordable space travel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great that Jeff Bezos is doing all this, but I'm never going to have that money.
It's going to take a while. It's funny, in an interview, someone asked him, they were like, hey, how do we make this more affordable? And, like, typical rich guy, he was like, listen, just like airlines. Airlines are pretty cheap now. Just like airlines. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, bro, it's fucking space, dude. Like, what? But, yeah,
right.
He just shrugged it off. It's just like airlines. It's just going to take time.
Yeah.
It's just going to take time, baby.
What do you hope gets invented before you die? How about a machine where you could watch what you dreamt all over again once you wake up? You have like a little dream machine or an app on your phone?
No.
Huh?
I don't know. Yeah. There's probably, I don't know, like, think about nightmares, though. You want to watch that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I can honestly say I don't have many nightmares. Maybe I've jinxed myself now. Huh?
True.
Knock on headphones.
I feel like you just hit your head pretty hard.
No, well, I was
okay.
trying to do knock on
wood. Like,
wood.
this dude's getting concussed on the Pete Braley Show. We don't have an athletic trainer on site.
We have no medical.
Yeah.
We have no medical. Someone else suggested nanotechnology that stops your pet from aging or getting sick. That I would love.
Yes.
A way to keep your favorite pet around for years and years.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of mosquitoes, one person said they would like a shot that makes mosquitoes ignore you.
Yeah.
So we're not saying ban the mosquitoes. We're just saying stay away from me, right?
No one would get it, though.
No one would get it? I just got it.
Moving on.
So what do you hope gets invented before you die? Well, I hope they speed up baseball before I die. I hope they...
I don't know. I don't...
What, are you a traditionalist that you're like...
I think... No. I'm not. I'm all for making the game better. I just think baseball is just like the typical, like, no, it's great, don't change it. And like all these people are just going to go down with the ship. And for those of us that love baseball, like it's going to be so sad because... It's going down, you know? So it's like, but all these stubborn people are like, nope, it's good. It's good. I love sitting here at my TV for 5 hours. I live for it. I love it.
I happened to come across Ken Burns' baseball special on PBS yesterday. And
this guy still watches PBS.
Well, I was scanning around trying to look for... So they described baseball... I wish I had written it down. because they describe baseball, the national pastime. And I didn't realize this. It's the only game where the defense has the ball.
Yeah.
The defensive teams out there pitching and they had nobody else. Football, it's the offense with the ball.
Yep.
Hockey, offense has the puck.
Basketball. Yep.
Yeah.
Soccer.
I never realized that. But it also talks about, the beauty of the game and running home and all this stuff. But, yeah, you're right. Like a 4-hour game is just...
I like the branding of America's pastime because, let's be honest, football is America's pastime now. Like, that's a fact.
I would think so.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But baseball, and I love baseball. Like, I don't want anyone to think I hate it, but I love it. But they're not helping themselves.
No. I don't know what it's in, but I don't know what the answer is myself. I don't know if it's, too much time.
I don't think we're really qualified to.
Do you put the pitchers on a time clock? They
tried that.
I don't see how you can cut the game down to 7 innings.
I don't think that'll ever happen.
Because it would just... It
would change way too much.
And it would change the record book so much.
It would change the record book. Relief pitchers and stuff like that.
Yeah. There'd have to be one record book, like from the pre-2021, and then another book afterwards.
Well, they do that sometimes. Like football has the pre-Super Bowl era. Like they talk about that stuff. So
True.
Well, that's like football's increasing the season by 1 game. So now single season records are gonna have an asterisk next to it. Someone will probably break the rushing record this year. If I had to guess, someone's probably gonna break the single season rushing record this year.
By the way,
my pick, Derrick Henry will break the single season rushing record this year. You heard it first, but it'll have an asterisk next to it because he'll have an extra game to do it.
I think I drafted him.
Oh.
Yeah, we had our
I take that back.
We had our fantasy...
It's going to be Saquon Barkley.
We had our fantasy draft Saturday nights. It was great because Josh and Kat were here, so it was like 4 of us. I had my tablet. You guys had your laptops, It was cool. We got our fantasy draft underway, and I didn't get Patrick Mahomes again.
He does this, though, but it's like... No shit, you didn't get Patrick Mahomes. Everybody wanted him. Obviously, he's the best quarterback in the league. Someone's going to take... the family league is so annoying because, like, Sarah took Tom Brady in the 3rd round. Like, anyone that plays fantasy knows that, like, that's just wrong. Like, doesn't even make sense.
I don't even think quarterback until 4th round.
Maybe in the 2007 season, but, like, that's the only time anyone should have ever considered taking Tom Brady in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
It might have even been the 2nd round. I don't know. She took him way too early.
I think it was the 3rd.
And like Doug started taking quarterback, and then everyone panics and everyone starts taking quarterbacks. But just wait. I mean, once I win, I'll just be like, look, everybody, maybe you should listen to Matt.
I ended up with
again. By the way, win again. If you missed Friday's show, I won last year.
Yes, you did. I'm surprised you don't have the trophy. Your mom wants the trophy put away. By the way, it's just
I know.
Taking up space in there.
No one can see it in my room though, except for me.
Yeah. I ended up with Kyle Murray from Arizona.
Kyler Murray. This guy doesn't even know his quarterback's name.
I got some guy. So.
Kyler, if you want to be on a team that respects you, come on over to my side.
Yes. All right, so do you have any thoughts here about what do you hope gets invented before you die?
Diane said a cure for cancer and a vaccination for AIDS. 100%.
Yes. Yeah.
100%. And I mean, that should already be invented.
And it might be.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm in that camp that I think there's a lot more that we could do for cancer that the pharmaceuticals are not letting happen.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I'll get banned.
Dana said Ken Burns' baseball documentary was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to watch it. Justin said cricket with an exclamation point. Maybe
cricket
the sports
where the defense has the ball?
Yeah. I mean, because it's similar to baseball in that aspect.
That you pitch.
Yeah.
Actually,
you pitch and you hit.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm curious about cricket. It sounds like fun.
To play? You want to play cricket?
Not at my age.
I was going to say, I don't know.
No.
It's so funny because you hear nothing about cricket and then they show it and someone's whipping a ball. I don't know how, I mean, we do it in baseball, but for some reason it seems like such a foreign concept for cricket. And then they just make like diving catches like 8 miles away.
Right.
And I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. There's a circle.
Can't the guy bounce the pitch, too?
I think so.
It doesn't have to be.
I don't know. If someone knows the rule of cricket, let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know. Let's see. Gail said, I've wanted George Jetson's plane that folds into a briefcase. Still waiting for that. That's going to be tough. A briefcase, that's going to be tough. They're working on flying cars right now. They do exist. They're just not practical. So maybe one day we'll get to the briefcase plane. Dana said football, yuck. Hockey and baseball are my sports. But you have to admit that. You have to admit, if you don't like football, that's totally fine. But you have to admit that football is the biggest sport in the U.S.
Right.
It's just,
Dana, can you admit that? I mean, by watching what happens in the world?
You don't like watching football, though. That's interesting. Gail said all Ken Burns documentaries are great.
They are. He is such a gift to this country. He really is.
Justin said, I hope they invent a sports app where they have all leagues and games on it instead of buying 10 different streaming services, specifically for soccer for me. LOL. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's also so tough because, like, different networks get different games, so it's like you'd have to get all of them on board.
True.
It would be a mess, but that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, Abby said, where's the trophy? It's actually right on the other side of this wall.
Right.
I didn't have a good place to put it. It would be here on display, but...
well, do you want to move the old archaic cassette recorder?
I don't know why you hate that so much. I really thought you were going to love that. As just a nice decoration that's always there.
Okay.
A little throwback to your past here, Pete. This is your childhood.
That's true.
This laptop here is my childhood. This is your childhood.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Yes.
The difference.
Can we bring over the vinyl record player?
This is my This was my creative set design moment. Was like, we have a MacBook and a cassette player. Like I thought, but he hates it. He hates on it every 5 seconds.
Now that I'm hearing
I quit.
He's going to storm off the set.
Good luck doing the show tomorrow,
Today's
buddy.
the day.
Yeah.
Tune in tomorrow. It'll be me on the phone. Hi.
Diane said NASCAR is the most attendance and TV audience. You know, I know that that's statistically true, but I refuse to admit it. Because I don't know. That just doesn't feel right to me. But somehow it's true. I don't know. I just feel like no one really talks about NASCAR and everyone talks about football.
True.
But it's true. I've heard that many times that NASCAR is always the biggest TV audience.
And I just can't. I mean, I would turn on a NASCAR. Let me see if anyone crashes. But other people my
pretty messed up thing to think.
Yeah, but I mean, how many people tune in to a NASCAR race and wait for a crash? The same amount that watches a hockey game and waits for a fight, right? Probably.
Yeah.
But my future son-in-law, Josh, who is into NASCAR.
Yeah, big NASCAR guy.
He is kind of fun to sit with, and he'll tell you strategy.
That's
what
the
they're
thing.
Trying to do. And...
The reason why I don't try and hate on it too much is because everyone's like, yo, how do you watch baseball? Baseball's trash.
Right.
And I'm like, well, you just don't get it. There's a lot of things going on that you don't see. There's a lot of strategy in baseball, and I guarantee it's the same thing for NASCAR.
Yeah.
But we just don't get it. So
Probably.
Dana says, I watched the Patriots. Let's go.
Yeah.
Abby said, take it up with HR, Matt. That's true. We haven't decided whether I'm HR or Trish is HR.
Maybe Trish is HR. Don't we need a third party?
Except that you'll walk up to Trish and she'll be like, I don't care. You guys figure it out.
Oh, we'll say something and she'll go, well, I'm 5 episodes behind, guys. I don't know. Okay.
I know, and she always apologizes. She's like, I'm not caught up. I'm sorry. It's we do an hour-long show every day. I don't expect anyone to watch every episode.
We had that happen this weekend. We had wine night the other night, and our friends came up, and one of them said, I need to catch up, guys. And I looked at her. I said, well, we do the show. You don't feel like you have to catch up.
That's a big obligation for, if I release a song, it's 3 minutes long. I kind of expect my family to watch it. But the show is an hour long every day. I don't expect anyone in this family to watch every single episode. If I wasn't on the show, I wouldn't. I'll tell you that much.
And if you've noticed, what does it happen later in the day when it's? If you go back to the show later in the day on YouTube, he has a little description there.
Oh yeah.
In the description page, where you can jump ahead to the welcome or the news or the story about the dumpster diver.
Yep. It's all labeled for you, so you can jump around. Let's see. Dana totally watches for the crashes. Gail said, I think the trophy would look nice under the sign. The cassette recorder may have to stand up or hang from its nifty carrier handle. Right here, Dad.
Oh, there you go.
On the table. Maybe. You know what? That might just be a thing. Just so I can look at it more. I feel like I don't appreciate it
You
enough.
don't appreciate it?
And by the 1% chance that I lose this year, because I'm going to be honest, my lineup's looking.
Did you say 1%?
The 1% chance that I lose, because you don't know in football. There's a lot of torn ACLs.
Oh yeah,
I'm already dealing with issues with that.
Who had what was it? Dobbins?
I don't know who has him in our league.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone does.
We had one
In another league, I do have him, though.
One running back went out with his ACL yesterday.
Yes.
So.
Let's see. Abby says, everyone talks about football where you live. People talk an awful lot about NASCAR up here. True. It's probably just location where I'm at.
And
NASCAR is huge. People freaking go crazy for NASCAR.
And, I mean, every time we drive down to Virginia, I think I showed you on our vlog last time, we go right by the Dover Speedway. That place is huge. I can imagine going by there on a race day.
Yeah.
We went by, your mother and I drove by once where it must have been race week because there were a bunch of RVs in the parking lot.
Yeah.
But imagine on race day, the amount of people that are in that area.
It is cool because it's also like an experience. Like people go, they camp out. Josh does it sometimes.
Yep.
So it is cool. Back to inventions.
Yeah,
inventions that you would want, some things you would want invented before you die.
What do you hope gets invented before you die? How about some way where the end of life doesn't have to be so messy? You know what I mean?
I was thinking about that, like some way not to get dark, but like you know how you put a dog down, so they don't suffer.
Right.
Something similar.
Right. Because we have a friend right now who's visiting a relative in the nursing home. It's like, man, nursing homes are so sad.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess the part I will say is that it would be really hard to know whether or not it's painless. So
if we came up with a way to
well, because there are ways.
Oh,
there are ways. Yeah. So, but I think that's the concern I would have is you wouldn't want to cause them any pain, and it would be tough to know whether or not that happens.
True.
So, yeah, that's the hiccup in it. But something like that would be great, for sure.
By the way, the last person said, "What would you like to see invented before you?" How about immortality? I don't know though. Would you want to keep going?
I was talking with Justin about this last night. I don't think so. I think the fact that it comes to an end at some point gives everything kind of a purpose. And Justin said it just makes life all that more beautiful because it's a finite thing.
Right.
You know, it comes to an end. I don't know about that. Plus, I did say this without a doubt. If everyone around me, dies, but I don't, I wouldn't want that. No chance.
Oh,
I don't want to stay alive while everyone else dies.
Right.
So no chance.
Yeah.
If everyone could be immortal, still probably no, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know. What's your opinion?
Yeah. What is your opinion? What do you hope gets invented before you die? All right.
Those are some good ones though.
Do we have any last minute chats before we wrap up today?
Let's see. Diane said Talladega is like a 2-mile track, room for 10,000 fans, people camping on the But just NASCAR events are like huge, crazy big. But it still feels like football's bigger. I know that's not true, but that's just the way it feels. Abby said, I worked at a nursing home. It's heartbreaking. I've sat with multiple people as they passed, often without family by their side. Yeah, so that really is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Justin said, don't want immortality, but I do want to live longer. Yes, that would be nice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. You know what? Another thing I'd like while I think of it, just to wrap up here, I would love to have the Star Trek medical experience really happen in life. Where there's something wrong with you, and he comes up to you and goes, there you go.
That would be great.
And you're all set.
That would be great. I mean, maybe one day with the advancements in medicine.
Right.
Abby did say a cure for addiction and better mental health care system, 100%.
Definitely.
100%.
Yep, definitely.
We need mental health care that's just like a physical.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That's what we need. Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Got pretty deep today.
Yeah, we did.
Wow.
For a Monday.
Yeah. Everyone go out and just conquer the world. I just smash my hand on my desk.
Yeah.
I'm going to go off in the corner and cry.
Okay. One thing we would ask is that you maybe tell a friend about the show. You, of course, share stuff on the internet and all that, but tell a friend maybe to check it out.
Tell a friend, tell your doctor, tell the fast food person that gives you your food tonight.
Tell your dog, whoever.
Yes. Say, hey, do you want to start your morning off in a, I don't know, fantastic but also deep way sometimes like this morning?
Sometimes.
Check out the Pete Braley Show.
Check it out, okay?
Check it out.
Yes. Also available on all of your podcast sources. Here's our thought for the day for today. If you can't stop thinking about it, don't stop working for it.
Boom. We were talking about dreams earlier. There you go.
All right. No matter what, go out and make it a great day.
Peace.